Up until this point, the business, growing it, going on the entrepreneurial pursuit, has been a series of semi-calculated lobs. You really just have to take scary risk in order to get to success. And, we've all been told, sacrifice, sacrifice, sacrifice. But initially I didn't know sacrifice meant sacrificing the safe route, sacrificing what you would be at all comfortable with. And I don't mean like just sacrificing some of your comfortability. I mean practically all of it. Practically all of it. I was the frugal kid. Okay? I wouldn't spend money on a Chipotle bowl unless someone else was paying. And then I dropped $4K on the mentorship. So you really do need to take calculated risk. I just wanted to hop on here and talk to y'all about something. I'm reviewing just the journey up until this point from college. I got some notes just to keep me on track, but I was back like second year, met Justin, started working on the business, and funny enough, a lot of the startup is not going to be comfortable. If you're at that point where you're just starting, or even, you're still in the trenches, you understand it's not a comfortable area to be. You just know it's a season, so you're staying in the thick of it. Because I'd even have, at college, there were weekly calls that I had with my mom and my sister, and little family calls, right? And I'd hop on that call, and since my mom's very traditional, she'd be like, oh, what did you do this week? And I got so good at talking about everything but the business so that she didn't find out. And there were weeks that that's all I did. And I'd talk about people I saw, very small conversations that I had, things that only happened because if I wasn't at college and just doing other things by necessity, I would have just been doing the business the whole time. So even that was a risk, just starting the business, because I know I need to review my week every week to my mom. I got other people who want to know. You can't always tell people about things when you're starting it, all of that. And then little did I know, once I finally had proof, once I could finally show, oh, this is working, once I finally, I got some clients, sold a few times, knew a lot more about the business, knew a lot more about business in general, I was able to come home and tell my mom. And that's on my Instagram. But that experience went so much better than I ever could have imagined. It was so unexpected. I didn't see it coming. I prepped like crazy. I never prepped for anything like I prepped for that. I called my dad. I was like, hey, what do you think I should do? Because he's like a little bit more on the, he's like, do what you do. This seems like a good skill for you. He was down. I talked to so many different people. And it got to the point where when I finally got to that table, because it was like around Mother's Day as well, so I kind of combined the two to help me out. And I presented it to her, and it was like the scariest sales call yet. And it just flowed easily. Not just because I had the execution, I didn't get out half of what I planned. She was ecstatic. It was part of her Mother's Day present. I also gave her a necklace. And I was like, what? Didn't see it at all. I had to reevaluate my entire view of my mom. But that was terrifying. Because, you don't tell other people who don't get it. You don't tell them. But I wouldn't be here right now working on it in her house if it wasn't for that. So, and now I'm here and all I want to do is work. All I want to do is work. That's still a risk for me because she wants to do things. I'm home for the summer. I just came back from a dinner that was sprung on me. I'm in the middle of my workout. They're like, hey, dinner. We're going out. I'm like, are you kidding me? I should have rushed them for the bill so I could get back and get this work done earlier. But everything is just volatile right now. I know what I'm doing, right? My schedule's a lot more on track than it was, I'll tell you that for sure. But it's risky, man. You have to take scary risk. You have to make sure you don't cut yourself off from success because you're scared, because of fear. You have to leave your old self behind. You've heard that 10,000 times, but it's hard to fully understand when old self is actually current self. You have to abandon all that you know. You have to step into deep waters, not knowing if you can swim. And it's a scary thing, but the question is it worth it for you? Like, do you care about it enough? For me, the answer for that was yes. Because that's the price you got to pay for success. Risk, sacrifice. You hear it everywhere. But you have to actually execute on it. And for a long time, I didn't. But then my circumstances were just flooded in my head, just from paying attention to where I was, what I wanted, where I want to take Titan Consulting now. I want to build a group of guys growing financially, physically, spiritually, mentally, all of it. Who want to do what they want, when they want, all that good stuff. I have grand visions for what I want to build, want to be in, want to create. In order for those to be realized, gotta take risk. And I'm sure you got visions too. I'm sure you have your own goals that are ambitious, that others would consider ridiculous. Just because they're not willing to take the risks. They're not willing to go through the fear. They're not willing to give the sacrifices. But I mean, if you're at this point on this video, you're willing to. It's gonna be hard. But it's what you gotta do. That's pretty much everything for me. But make sure to take the risk, whatever it is for you. Make the sacrifice. Always in life, it's worth it. Almost every time when you make some kind of sacrifice or risk in the way that I'm talking about, not just some YOLO. I want to divide the words YOLO and send it so that one is for reckless stuff and the other is for ambitious things towards your actual goal. Something that's worth it. Something that will deliver dividends down the line. Because like investing in yourself, if we're gonna have YOLO be the bad one, send it be the good one, that's sending it. I don't know, saying, okay, I'm gonna drink a ton of alcohol or something, do a drug, I don't know. Something less severe. It's just YOLO. So you gotta send it. If you want to be successful, you do have to send it. That's why I got a backflip. So I don't know if that counts exactly, but that's more in the middle. That's like jumping off a cliff. Oh, YOLO, send it. But understand the difference and know that one shouldn't be taken and the other definitely should if you want to reach whatever your definition of success is. It's kind of mandatory. Something we all got to deal with. But I'll catch y'all. Peace.